So hope you're doing great out there. Andy Globe with another live session. Um, yeah, this morning I was like, figuring out sounds towards the producing in terms of having a great sound in my studio. Composed the last days a lot, as you know, maybe as you join as well. So yeah, had a great or have a great loop now, melody and chord and stuff. And then I was like, okay, composed a lot. Now let it settle a bit and go with the drum sound this morning. It's Thursday, so normally I take out a bit now. It's Thursday, Friday. This is the days where I take out a bit. Um, Kind of a pre-weekend because I play Saturdays normally on markets, on the farmers market. So you have to take out somehow, and Thursday, Friday is normally the days I reduce my sport a bit and take out a bit because you're getting tired at the end of the week. Sunday I start with the sport again and start to stack my program. So Thursday is kind of more the yeah thinking and chilling a bit, listen what I did the last days, um, or listen to what I did the last days and go from there. So this morning is a bit study and sounds in my studio advice, and as you know, this is the sound of my studio so far. If I record the Catron keyboard um, to my Cubase and record it to my Cubase and do some MIDI drums, etc., to it. Then, because I was never really or not really satisfied with the sound of the drums, or it's cool, but what we can do more kind of having a really an inspiring or the max sound of my studio. Um, the Catron keyboard has great drum loops, or it's an entertainment keyboard that serves a lot of entertainment styles with it. I think you can do concerts with it, kind of having a band in the background and sing to it, play piano and have a complete band in the keyboard, like an entertainer is doing. Plus, it has the availability of producing music if you know how to handle it um, as well. So, but in the new school of things, people, I think, we all go with the computer part of it, CP um, or PC, and Windows and plugins and programs like Cubase and stuff, and you start MIDI producing music, etc., etc. So but if you search some special things, of course you search for the max for it. You figuring out stuff. So I came up with the okay, why not taking the analog keyboard to the digital advice and go from there and start, of course, mixing sounds and play around with sounds like a producer or musician is doing or does, and go from there. So I put it a little style put the drums to it now, what I think a lot of people is doing as well, because the sounds of the keyboard are that great that it has a really CD style to it. It's hard to get drums like this, except you play maybe in an Abbey Road studio or an Ocean Way Advice and mix it and master it for yeah, for a big stack of money maybe, to get drums like this, to say, okay, I have an radio or an really an high-end CD aspect to it. So um, these are the drums from the keyboard, for example. So let's see about that. The thickness of the drums are amazing. I think it's not the style is cool as well, but the thickness of it is, of course, I think it's incredible. I think this is, I don't know. I'm not really into that studio equipment that far, but I think this is maybe you get out for, I don't know, 500 to 1 million euro drums like that, and this is maybe you get for, I don't know, 20,000 plus, etc., etc. I'm not really sure about it, but I think so. So the aspect of it is, I wanted to make the max out of my productions in terms of developing as a human, etc., etc., and founder, of course. So that we not can really work with a band at the moment in my studio. Of course, I have not the band, I have not the tools, I have no band, I have not a bass player around. I do it all by myself, and I love to do that. I think it's not really important to have a band to have a great record. I'm normally a guitar player and a singer. This is enough for me. This is the first uh, um, degree what I'm do as a musician. I play the guitar and sing to it. But as a lover, of course, of music and producing and making my own CDs and enhance as such, of course, you're figuring out stuff. And this morning I came with another idea, or put many ideas together, and assuming as collector of formulas as a musician and founder. I put some signals together now. Um, Kind of, if I play the guitar on my Canon 5D and go over my rig, what I have on my right side, I posted some pictures on Facebook, the Priscasti Distressor, etc., etc., and take some, or sample CDs, which I bought for a couple of years ago, or at least samples out of it, kicks and drums that someone made in some great studios, um, and sell them like on pages like Best Service and stuff, where you can buy um, audio samples for productions. And I figured out the Catron keyboard. You can play both of it. You can play the instruments inside the keyboard, plus you can play it at the same time towards your Cubase or your sequencer and stuff, etc., etc. So I found out maybe a great sound now for my productions, or for further productions, and this is maybe the thickness and the sound picture of it. This is not for yeah. This is not no producing. It's just for kind of you have a taste of it. To the left you have some sugar. In the mid you have some salt, and to the right side of you have some I don't know, oregano or something. And this is kind of a pre-cooking of maybe of CDs. Yeah, maybe I can do in my studio, and I'm very proud of that because it sounds very unique, and I think it's enough even for certain high-end CDs. At least I wanna maybe take a listen to it. Let's see about that. Let's check out the beauty of the inspiring and the and the and yeah, maybe the changing of the harmony and the thickness of the um, wave and the audio signal, if you like. So we have to, I think, I have a very beautiful thickness in the. Um, it's very beautiful. I think. Yes, and very inspiring sound by many different parts together. This is not a, maybe not the band sound. What is um, hard to picture because there is no band playing. So the thinking is of a producer or yeah, a music conductor, or at least someone who makes great tapes, to find out a great sound of a tape. It don't has to be maybe an band sound. What not really isn't proclaiming of kind. If you look into an MPC sound, this is more an creative aspect of music. What I love, if we listen to a lot of hip hop music, this is a lot of sample based and effect based and creative based instrumental music. Kind of, if you're sitting on turntables and put out samples and put it to cool drum grooves and stuff, you have a different aspect of making an instrumental. What not really has to do with maybe an orchestral music. What not really is the aspect of it. You rap to it. You don't sing in partiture to it. So the thinking is, um, okay, step away from the band aspect of it, because of maybe you cannot really build up a live band without having a live band in your sequencer. So think maybe different to say, okay, what I can do to sound great without maybe have a drum player, a guitar, and bass player, and piano player around me. And this is a beautiful thing. And try to paint an aspiring sound picture that sounds great without picturing a live band, kind of, or having a live band. And this is what I um, yeah, think what I can do and what I um, can come up next with for many tracks without picturing a live band, what we have maybe in a Metallica or an AC/DC advice, who really a band plays a band. And this is an music sequencer based production, what serves a MIDI advice or a keyboard into a music program advice, what tries to picture a band, but what obviously not really is a band. And this is the beauty about thinking in samples or thinking in different environments to sound great, maybe like an NPC sound, um, and still can be maybe iconic in sound without picturing a band. And yeah, this is maybe the thinking of this morning, what I came up with. If we search a max into a music program, into a music sequencer, music, um, yeah, without having maybe a big, great studio and a band advice. And I think that the difference is at hand. But let's see about it. This is just yeah, studying in love under God, musician like more. If you picture a sound like what you came up with is something maybe like Cypress Hill, Tequila Sunrise, which maybe the guys from Cypress Hill work very similar. So they took a lot of aspects to an sequencer advice, um, instead of having maybe a super studio surround where a live band is playing the track and can sound, of course, super iconic, because it's that creativity what you can serve if you are yeah, digging um, deep into the yeah, love of things, and yeah, try to hold high um, a light kind of to a field of seed, if you like, if that makes sense in English. And this is, I think, yeah, a beautiful um, thing what came to me this morning. Think outside the box, kind of. You don't have to have um, that um, yeah, that expensive tools, or that yeah, maybe that kind of unreachable studio environment to have a great sound. Just do your thing and then go from there. You can work as well with great samples or with great mixing of different audio signals to have an amazing sound um, on your records. At least a sound that pictures pictures an viable or authentic um, sound device, if you like. to go over with lyrics to it, I think you have a very, very cool, um, or I have a very cool sound to go for many tracks. Yeah, let's see about that. So this is a sound study this morning. Two, yeah, maybe two found new styles, new tracks, and how to make a small recording studio sound, really high end, kind of on the long run, if you like. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Andy Glow, bye bye.